Oh, interesting. Okay. There is a younger male here too. Do you know of a younger male that passed quickly? I know this is not who you want, because you're after a female, right?
But that's fine. I want him too.
Okay. Because after him, we're going to try and find your person.
Okay.
Unless she voluntarily steps forward. Okay. Yeah, young male went pretty quickly. Oh, I do feel impact to the chest area with this person. My head feels... So I feel really out of it. Okay.
He took a bullet to the head and to the back that went into the chest.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm pleased it didn't show all the details to me. Sometimes they show me the details, sometimes they don't. But I just felt like my head and my... but it was so quick. But I feel like he was in a daze before he did it, which I don't think anyone is thinking straight when they make those choices, obviously.
He didn't do it to himself.
Oh. Well, why was he in a daze prior to that?
Probably because he was hit in the head or...
Okay, don't tell me too much. Let me keep going.
This
okay?
was a murder.
Right, okay. Okay. I don't want you to share too much, okay? Okay. So, I feel the chest, and it's like, kind of like how I described earlier when the wind gets knocked out of you. It's like that, right? But I feel woozy right beforehand. Like, really woozy right beforehand. So, like I said, unless you know for a fact he was hit before he was shot.
I don't know for a fact.
Okay, so... Unless there was... Do you know if he was on anything that day? Like he was...
We don't know. They ditched the body and we didn't find it till 9 months later.
Oh, so then that would be hard to decipher.
Yeah, it was not a great autopsy.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like there may have been... If there was something creating this, like, wooziness, right? Do you know if he had an argument that day?
I would assume so, since he was killed.
Right, but not everyone would know. So if you know who the person is, because not everyone would know who the person is, right?
We have a good idea. We just can't prove it.
Because he's shown me an argument. Do you know? Because he's taken me to another male with this.
There was a male and a female.
Ah, and there's he shows me an argument happening, and it felt like an ongoing situation, actually. There's also some phone calls. I'm surprised they didn't check the phone calls. They didn't track anything like that.
If I remember right, they couldn't find the cell. We're going back to 2016.
Right, different, yes, it's slightly different. Yeah, because it feels like there were, in the phone records, there would have been some...
There should have been.
Yeah, there would have been some evidence there. But he's talking about an argument. I feel like... and this is why... Until you told me it was a murder, I felt like he wasn't in his best place anyway, prior to that, because I feel like I'm up and down with the situation. Like, there's some frustrations that he's going through in his life. Things weren't perfect, You understand that?
I do.
And he said he just said I was making some bad choices, He said he's kind of puts himself in this predicament. So even though his life was taken... He's saying every little step led me to this situation. Not excusing what was done, but showing the environment that he put himself into and created. You understand?
I do.
Yeah. And so he does give himself some partial responsibility. Now that makes sense to me, because that's what I was feeling when he first stepped in. But it is quite often that spirit won't blame the people that take their lives. They won't... They're a very forgiving spirit.
But it is their fault.
Right, they're still responsible. Abs 1,000,000,000%. Yeah, it doesn't take away somebody else's actions, but spirit is just very forgiving, because we don't hold on to the physical body and the mindset anymore.
I understand.
Yeah, but he's saying that the person that did this also had been in trouble before. Like there's other things that they did. So he's saying that they would have already had a record.
Yeah.
You understand that? Yeah. And so...
And they'd also already served some time.
Yeah, he said the person was already on record, he said, but because of the timing, like how long it took, that's why they couldn't have sufficient evidence of the situation. But he said, I'm okay now. He said, I wasn't the happiest of blokes. He said, I wasn't the happiest of people. I should have made some better choices. And he said he was trying to pull away from situations, though. I don't know if he was trying to create a better path for himself around that same time, but he's giving me this feeling like he's trying to make better choices. And it's almost like he's trying to back off in that situation. And perhaps when that happened, he had backed off.
He was trying.
Yeah. And so he said it's the worst thing that can happen to parents to deal with this. And he feels really bad about that. He was a funny guy though sometimes.
Oh, yes, he was.
He was a bit cheeky, if you understand that term.
He was my best friend.
Oh.
Even though he was family, he was my best friend.
Yeah. He said he was a bit cheeky. And he had this habit of just like sometimes pushing the envelope a little bit, he said. But he loved his family too. Like, I feel like he had a lot of love to give, to be fair.
Oh, he did.
Right? Yeah.
He was a good soul.
Yeah. And he said he's like, I'm okay now. And it's funny, he's saying there's an older male on the other side that he's hanging out with that served. So, and it's not the same gentleman that I had spoken to earlier, but there definitely was someone who had served either in the military or Navy or something. Because he's acknowledging that they died together on the other side.
Okay.
Yep. And there is an older female that he's with on the other side too, who's a bit of more of a figure 8 shape, a little wider on the hip lady, who always loves to cook in her 80s to 90s.
That's probably Grandma.
Okay, because he said, she's always cooking, we're always hanging out. And by the way, he often pats you on the shoulder to talk to you. He gives you a little tap. And you may get the sense that you feel somebody's presence sometimes.
I'm oblivious to it, and he probably gets frustrated.
He's always trying to communicate with you. And sometimes he'll move things. He'll misplace things. So you could put a screwdriver down and I'm like, where is my screwdriver? Or set keys. But he sometimes likes to move things to get your attention.
Okay.
But he loves you dearly. He's coming over to give you the tightest and biggest of hugs.
I appreciate it.
He just wanted you to know he's all right. He's good now. He said he doesn't want you to hold on to the hate or to the disappointment that came with that situation. He wants you to be able to move on. And he knows that you forgive him, right? He knows that you've tried to forgive others in this situation. He knows that too. And he said, thank you for doing that. He said he just wants the peace now. He just wants peace. And he wants you to have peace in your life too. Okay?
Okay.
He wants to go somewhere now. He wants to go on a bit of a road trip. He wants to go for a car ride. Did you guys ever used to go on car rides to different places?
Yes.
Yeah. He wants to do that. So pick a spot, pick somewhere to go and just take him for a ride. Just invite him with you and he'll be with you there, okay?
Okay.
You good if I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. He just gave you a kiss on the cheek and said he loved you. Okay. And do him a favour if you can. He wants to say thank you to the friends who do something in memorial for him. Is there something that you know that is done in his name?
I've done a lot in his name.
You've done a lot in his name. Because he makes me feel like he's still celebrated. You know? Other than, say, his birthday or he said he's celebrated in other ways.
I'm a filmmaker and I've made a number of films in his name. And the biggest one, using old footage from family movies, I actually created a film, made a story and it took some rough editing.
But
I actually made, because he used to love this show called Highlander, and I made a Highlander episode with him as the star.
Oh, that's cool.
So I brought him back to life.
Oh, well, he appreciates it because he said, my memory still lives on. He said, he showed me his image everywhere. So I thought I was looking at a picture, but now that makes sense. He says, thank you for doing that. Okay. He knows he's still remembered. Somebody got a tattoo in memory of him too. So
that might be his dad, my brother.
So he appreciates that too. But do pass on his love. Let them know he's doing all right. He's really good. Okay.
Oh, I will. My mother, his dad, a lot of people need to hear this.
Okay. Okay, and he just brought forward a birthday cake for May. Who's got a May birthday?
His grandmother, my mother.
Ah, okay, because he's bringing in a birthday cake to celebrate her birthday. Okay, so know that she's being thought of as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I know. Let me see if there's anything else he wants to share, and then if not, I'm going to go try and find the person you want to hear from. Okay?
Okay.
He's like, we're good. All right. I like him. He's a sweetheart.
He was
He's
the
cheeky.
best.
And where does the Ant or Anthony connection in relation? Did he have any friends with that name?
He might have. Anthony?
Could be Anton, Anthony, yes, that kind of name. Check in with that if you find out any information, okay? All right.